those folks one big round of applause. Thank you for being here. Okay, sit down, thanks. Now, one more group I'm going to ask here. Are there any Huxley alums in the audience? Would you please stand up? Okay, stay standing. And are there any Western alums to join those Huxley alums? Would you please stand? We're so pleased to have all you with us today. Thank you very much. We also have a special guest with us, and it's our keynote speaker, Washington State Commissioner of Public Lands, Hillary Franz. Thank you for being with us, Commissioner Franz. And the other group I want to recognize is our remarkable faculty and staff in the college. Huxley is special not only for our mission to educate the next generation of environmental leaders and problem solvers, but also because of this amazing group of talented people. I'm going to read their names and ask them to stand and keep standing. And please hold your applause until they're all announced. So here they are. They're all kind of over in this area, maybe a few over here. Charlie Barnhart, Janice Bauman, Peter Holman, John McLaughlin, please stand up. Erica McPhee-Shaw, John Ripsick. Is Debnath Mukherjee back there? I don't know. John Ripsick, Imran Sheikh, Ruth Sofield, Dave Wallen, Troy Abel, Andy Bach, Gigi Berardi, Nabil Kamel, Nick Stanger, Nick Zafrados, Nancy Bluestein-Johnson, Kathy Patrick, Kara Franklin, Rose Kaczynski, Linda Luttrell, Mary Moores, Ed Weber, and Shalini Singh. Let's give all of those folks a round of applause. Thank you. And to the class of 2018, congratulations. This year's graduating class is a record 284 strong, including a record 34 master's candidates. 136 of you are graduating with degrees in environmental science and 148 in environmental studies. 16 of you are from our Huxley on the Peninsulas program. You hail from 40 states, from California to New Hampshire and from Alaska to Florida. Your diverse interests include marine ecology, environmental education, environmental justice. I lost my place. Toxicology, policy, freshwater ecology, geography, economics, urban planning, geographic information science, terrestrial ecology, disaster and risk reduction, and sustainability. More and more of you are graduating with our new degrees in business and sustainability and energy studies. 2 nonconformists among you weren't satisfied with any of those other options and had to create special degrees of your own. You are the 48th Huxley class since Huxley was founded as the first interdisciplinary college of the environment in the world. And we've made great environmental progress over these years, but at the same time, more difficult and intractable problems have come to the fore. Class of 2018, you have a big responsibility. No challenge poses a greater threat to future generations than climate change. No matter what you do in your careers, no matter what your career interests, climate change will be part of your work. You will have to figure it out for us, what it means to be a human being on this earth at this time when every living thing is under pressure. Thomas H. Huxley once said, "Learn what is true to do what is right." Learn what is true to do what is right. These words mean more today than ever. You are graduating at a time when there is a full-fledged assault on truth, a disregard for reason, the denial of scientific fact. You must ask yourself, what does this mean for me? How do I conduct myself in such strange times? How can we solve these problems like climate change within such a dysfunctional political climate? There's only one answer to these questions: to keep seeking truth. Whatever you do, do it with honesty and integrity, and regardless of your chosen career, don't succumb to the lying. Remember, you are only as good as your word. We are depending on you to stand up for truth, to stand up for reason, to stand up for environmental justice, and to stand up for science. This is the great challenge you face, and we need it solved in your career span. You will do this work in boardrooms, in classrooms, in courtrooms. You will do it in laboratories and from boats and from pickup trucks out in the field. Some of you will write, produce art, make films, go into elective office, plan the communities we live in, or shape public policy. Others will be wonderful parents and community volunteers. Some of you will do these things in far-flung places around the globe, and some of you in your own hometowns. And some will serve in ways that we can't even imagine today. This is what makes us so hopeful about you. This is your time, and the planet needs you. So with that, how about if we get the show on the road? So we're going to get into our award ceremonies first, and we'll begin with Dr. Gigi Berardi, who will present this year's Presidential Scholar Award. Gigi.
Thank you, Steve. I am honored to present and or announce several awards this afternoon. And I just wanted to say that for each of these awards, we received a number of nominations, and selecting the awardee is a challenging task for sure. But the first award I would like to present is the Presidential Scholar Award, which is a highly prestigious university award presented to one student from each of Western's academic colleges. And so we're talking about probably 6 recipients across campus. So Grace Coffey is our recipient, and she is graduating from Fairhaven and Huxley today. Grace, are you still at Fairhaven? I'm going to take that as a yes. All right. Yeah. So I'll just say a few things about the award. The recipients have achieved many scholarly accomplishments, and they have advanced diversity and multiculturalism and exposing all sorts of lenses that we have. On campus, they have served their peers, their departments, their communities during their years as a Western student. And so Grace is graduating with a major in urban planning and sustainable development with a 3.9 GPA. She is committed, please know, to better understanding social and environmental equity through her studies and participation with members of the Western Washington University and county communities. She volunteers regularly at the Bellingham Food Bank, Whatcom Literacy Council, and many Western organizations. Let's give another round of applause for Grace Coffey. Our next award recognizes the outstanding senior Huxley College of Huxley College on the Peninsulas, and here to present that award is Dr. Janice Bowman.
Okay, thank you. Before I give this award, I'd like to pause to honor the passing of one of our students and one of our dearest friends, Jonathan Olson Devaney. Jonathan's kindness, charisma, and love for life was so very cherished within our program. When I ask other students who he was, they answer with strength and helpfulness. For those around him felt that they gained support when they were close to him and gained his energy when he was around. With that in mind, please note that this moment is not meant for sadness. Instead, that I ask that we take pause in the thankfulness and the appreciation that he was. Thank you. Before I introduce our Senior of the Year, I'd like to share that I did consult her prior to the arrangement of the tribute to Jonathan, and she did not hesitate to tell me how proud she would be to stand in this moment after the tribute to Jonathan. So thank you, Melissa O'Brien. The Huxley College of the Peninsula's Outstanding Senior Award is given to one student in the off-campus program determined by the faculty of Huxley on the Peninsulas. This year's recipient is Melissa O'Brien. Melissa, will you please join the stage with me? Melissa is graduating from the Environmental Sciences program with a degree in Environmental Science. Melissa is recognized by the faculty and staff for her dedication to high-quality coursework and enthusiasm for research. She is a very capable young woman, I've always said, whose interests are only surpassed by her follow-through. So thank you for all the work you've done for our program, and congratulations, Melissa. Okay, thank you. Now Dave Wallen will approach. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm here to present the Departmental Outstanding Senior Award. This is a university award given to one student from each department based on criteria set by the departmental faculty. Winners from departments across the university were honored at an award ceremony last night. This year's Environmental Sciences Outstanding Graduate is Julia Tatum. Julia was unable to join us today, but we'll give her her plaque at a later date. Julia was recognized for her 3.99 GPA. She did receive 1 A-. We've tried not to hold that against her. And she's been accepted into the master's program next year. She'll be working with me using tools that she developed during her undergraduate degree to use LIDAR data to study riparian vegetation in the Nooksack Basin. Let's give her a round of applause. Our next award is the Departmental Outstanding Environmental Applications Experience. This Huxley College Award is given to one student in each department for excellence in planning, implementing, and reporting on their thesis, senior project, or internship. This year's award goes to Allie Johnson. Allie, could you please come forward? Allie is graduating with a degree in environmental sciences with the toxicology emphasis. She was recognized by the faculty for her studies on what metals accumulate in lichen from areas in Seattle with high amounts of pollution. She presented her work at 2 conferences and is working on publishing her results. Allie's also been selected to start a master's degree here in Huxley College in the fall. Congratulations, Allie. Our next award is the Departmental Community Services Award. This Huxley College honor is given to one student in each department who has proven scholastic achievement and service to Huxley, Western, and the community. This year's award goes to Whit Jameson. Whit, could you please come forward? Whit is graduating with a degree in environmental sciences, faculty-student designed energy focus. He was recognized by the faculty for his optimism and steadfastness, for strengthening the relationship between Western and the sustainability connection, and for spearheading the construction of an EV charging station here on campus. Congratulations, Whit. Our next award is the Professor Ming-Ho Yu Outstanding Toxicology Award. And I think before we present that, I think it's noteworthy that Dr. Ming-Ho Yu was the first faculty member hired by the first dean of Huxley College way back in 1968, 50 years ago this year. And Ming continues to live in Bellingham. He's been retired for a number of years, but he continues to live here in Bellingham. So this year's award is given to one toxicology student based on their academic performance in toxicology courses, extracurricular activities related to the discipline, and their potential to contribute to the discipline. This year's recipient is Ian Moran. Ian was recognized by the faculty for being a thought leader, an outstanding undergraduate researcher, and is starting his graduate education in toxicology at Oregon State University in the fall. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
This year's Environmental Studies Outstanding Graduate is Nyla Thursday. Nyla, will you please join me on stage? Hi. There you go. Oh, thanks. Nyla was recognized by the faculty for being a thoughtful leader, an outstanding undergraduate researcher, and having a 4.0 GPA. That's in geography with minors in both disaster risk reduction and GIS. And she's been a natural leader in her classes and worked with local communities on flood risk and in numerous other service activities. Congratulations, Nyla. Our next award is the Departmental Outstanding Environmental Applications Experience Award, and this year's award goes to Sherilyn Centinella. Sherilyn, please come to the podium. Sherilyn is graduating with a degree in environmental studies, and she was recognized by the faculty and staff for her achievement of a 3.7 GPA and a deep-rooted commitment to community sustainability and environmental and social justice. Congratulations, Sherilyn. Our next award is the Departmental Community Service Award, and the Huxley College honor is given to one student in each department, as you just heard, who has proven scholastic achievement in service to Huxley, Western, and the community. This year's award goes to Rachel Dunkel. Rachel, please join me on stage. Rachel is graduating with a degree in environmental studies, student faculty designed. She was recognized by the faculty for her student faculty designed major, which was focused on community environmental ethics. In particular, through the Redfish School of Change and her time at Northwest Indian College, Rachel envisioned and practiced her education in the form of community service. So congratulations. Now it is my honor to present one of our geography seniors with the Excellence of Scholarship Award from the National Council for Geographic Education and the Association of American Geographers. This award recognizes graduating seniors majoring in geography for his or her outstanding academic achievement. This year's award winner is Keiko Betcher. Beyond excelling in classes and maintaining a very impressive GPA, Keiko has shown an unwavering dedication to science communication, public outreach, and geographic education. While completing her BA in geography and both a minor and certificate in GIS, that's Geographic Information Systems, she put in long hours as staff on the planet, completed multiple sustainability-oriented internships, and took on extra independent study projects. Congratulations. And now we turn this over to Anna and Kristen. Oh, wait.
Yep.
Do we take?
Okay. We'd now like to recognize our Graduate Student Award winners. The WW School Dean recognized the following master's students in a ceremony on Thursday as the outstanding graduate students for 2018, but we also want to recognize them here. As I read your name, would you please join the other award winners on the stage, and please hold your applause until I've read all the names. Melissa Oscarson, Environmental Sciences. Brooke McIntyre, Marine and Estuarine Studies. Sahar Arbab, Environmental Studies. Kevin Mowens, Environmental Studies. Rosie Matsumoto, Environmental Education Campus-based. And lastly, Angela Burlisle, Environmental Education North Cascades Institute Residency.
And now Jeff.
I just want to say I saw Nyla biking to graduation this morning, so if that isn't the best way to sum up a Huxley student, I don't know what is. So, continuing on, as many of you know, our college is named after the eminent English biologist Thomas Henry Huxley. One student every year is honored with the Thomas Henry Huxley Award and to be your student speaker for this celebration. This recipient demonstrated exceptional scholastic achievement, been involved in our community, served Huxley College, and shown all-around excellence in interdisciplinary environmental studies. This year's award winner is Jeffrey Pratt. Jeffrey, will you please come to the stage? Jeffrey was nominated by Professor Ruth Sofield. He's graduating with a 3.72 GPA in environmental science. Along the way, he took 33 credits of environmental science classes that he didn't need for his degree, and 8 of those credits were graduate level courses. He was a student athlete rowing on our crew team for 2 years at Western. He volunteered on many research projects, including investigating how arsenic accumulation in plants changes as fertilizers are added to soils. He collected lichens near railroad tracks and analyzed them for metal. He also collected water and snow samples while in Peru, brought the samples back to Western, and also analyzed them for metals. He was a teaching assistant for our chemistry department and for our environmental science class. He participated in a competition called the Environmental Challenge, which requires students to behave like environmental consultants and propose solutions to realistic environmental problems. His team took first place this year and is headed to the national competition here in just a few weeks. Jeff is also an alpine climber and has climbed peaks around the Pacific Northwest and in Peru. By definition, mountaineering causes you to climb high and take on numerous challenges, and this is a perfect analogy for Jeff. Congratulations, Jeff.
Let's give all these award winners a big hand as we take their picture. Okay, now you.
Okay. All right, it is now my pleasure to turn the podium over to Jeff Pratt, our 2018 Thomas Henry Huxley Award winner, to share some of his experiences as a Huxley student with you all.
You can do it.
Thanks. Thank you. Dear professors, staff, families, honored guests, and fellow graduates, on behalf of this graduating class, I'd like to welcome you and thank you for joining us on this special day. I, again, would like to ask you to join me in recognition that we're currently on land stolen from the original Coast Salish people, and I would like it if you could please join me in a moment of silence to appreciate what this land has given us in terms of beauty, utility, and education. Thank you. The instructions that I got from Ed for this speech were to keep it short, be positive, uplifting, and encouraging about your Huxley experience. And I am happy to stand here and reminisce about our journey through Huxley. The professors, the staff, the graduate students, and my fellow undergraduates have all given me nothing but positivity, elevation, and encouragement. John All specifically has helped me quite a lot in the elevation category. Thank you. I was really hoping that someone would laugh. That's a mountain joke. Thank you. All mountain jokes aside, Huxley College has given us so many formative experiences, and I would be a completely different person without all of you. If you would indulge me, I would love to run through some of my personal growth and hope that it resonates with you. So I joined Huxley 2.5 years ago in the winter of my sophomore year, and the first class I took was ecology with Jim Hellfield. Yeah, I love Jim. The first lecture with Jim, he told us his definition of science, and it was the search for truth and beauty. I thought this was incredibly insightful, and sophomore me thought I should get that tattooed. Mom, I did not. But a friend did get a tattoo of a giraffe and acacia, which is one of his classic analogies that he tells in class. And I just think that sticks and the words that we hear in these lectures really mean a lot to us. Jim, thank you for your incredible passion for teaching. Your words have gone through my head on many long days in the lab and on the trail to look for the search for the truth and beauty in this. That same quarter, my very first quarter in Huxley, I was introduced to my major advisor and my soon-to-be graduate advisor, Ruth Sofield. I remember my first meeting with Ruth. I was asking permission to take a 1-credit speaker series, and I left her office enrolled in a 2-quarter capstone. And for those of you who know Ruth, that's pretty regular. I bumbled my way through those classes, and I learned a lot about what not to do. I was in a class with graduating seniors. These people had at least 2 years of education on me. They all had these incredible skills like how to read scientific papers and how to work well with each other. I learned that I needed to improve what I'd been doing. What I had previously done was no longer acceptable if I wanted to work and succeed in this field. That summer, I decided that anything less than like my full effort and honest effort was not appropriate for something that's this important to all of us, like the environment. And later in Huxley, I took my resolve and went back to class. I have been able to take 2 classes with Peter Homan. I've never seen anyone teach with the compassion and patience that he has, and his benevolence and encouragement to a class of mediocre photographers still sticks with me to this day. 4 or 5 times in a quarter, Rebecca Bunn would open up the Fate and Transport lecture, telling us some familiar stories about her son's teenage angst, or regaling us in a new adventure tale about her corgi. And it sounds so mature now, but at the time it was a good reminder for me that everyone has quite a lot going on behind the scenes. I would listen to Robin Matthews and Leo Bodensteyer talk about their incredible expertise in algae and fish. And it was stimulating and inspiring and led me to work harder and to grow this passion that I have. When I went to Peru, I got to watch John All lead and teach, all while missing the incredible personal moments that he had back at home and struggling through some inconsistent water purification. And I learned a lot about dedication to protecting the environment. This year I was able to learn a bit about statistics from Brian Bingham and Robin Matthews, and those classes taught me a lot about honesty and humility. I'm glad you guys are getting these. I was really afraid. I'm sorry to all the environmental studies folks who haven't really been able to experience our side of the college, and I wish I'd been able to experience more of yours. My last experience I'm going to share with you was in the environmental studies department, and it comes from Kate Darby's course on environmental ethics and environmental justice. I hope that others did not need to be told in a classroom to become aware of all the other injustices and wrongdoings that happen in the environment, but it really clarified it for me. I learned a lot about confronting my own biases and shortcomings, and I encourage everyone here to not allow their ignorance and their apathy to continue to harm others and themselves. It sounds like such a basic idea, but with the history of systematically treating others terribly in this current political climate, I think that recognition, compassion, and action are some of the lessons that need to be talked about. And I thank Kate for that. In short, Huxley has done nothing but uplift and encourage me. I came in young and inexperienced and impressionable, and now I feel so prepared and excited to work and apply myself to my future goals. But I don't think this is some praiseworthy act on my part. I think that this is the norm for Huxley, to produce capable graduates. I'm so grateful for the changes that Huxley has caused in my life, and especially grateful for the process of those changes. To close, I'd like to thank my many fast and long friends that I've made during our progression through Huxley. I've shared so many memories of long nights typing, coding breakthroughs, group projects, frustrations, successes, presentations, winning competitions, and deep conversations that have kept me sane and motivated me to success. I'd like to thank Ruth and all my other advisors and mentors within Huxley for the insight and encouragement. And thank you to my partner, Tricia, for your calming presence and support. Thomas Henry Huxley said, "The rung of a ladder was never meant to rest upon, but only to hold our foot long enough to put the other somewhat higher." To all my fellow graduates, congratulations. This long, expensive rung of the ladder is over. I'm thankful to have spent this time learning and growing with you, and I look forward to seeing what the future has for us all.
All right, thank you, Jeff, for that wonderful speech. Now we have one special faculty award to present. One of the things that makes Huxley and Western special is its focus on undergraduate education. In support of this, a few years ago, the Debnath Mukherjee Award for Excellence in Teaching was created in honor of his 50-plus years as a geography faculty member. The award goes to the faculty member who best exemplifies Deb's dedication to teaching during his long career. This year, the award goes to one of my favorite instructors, Eli Loomis. You do? All right. And while Eli comes up, I'd like to read to you what some of his student nominators wrote about him. It was through his class, and specifically his teaching style, that I began to see the possibilities for my future as an environmental advocate.